Welcome to DebataBOWL. It is Wednesday, November 15th. It is 1 o'clock. Yeah, on a Wednesday, I'm feeling good. We have a new CFP ranking. We are live on YouTube. Welcome in. I'm feeling great. It is amazing. And guess what? This is the first time that we are not only live on YouTube. Well, I mean, we've been doing it before, but we're now 1080p now. For all season long, we've been doing it in 720. We're now testing it, moving it up to 1080p, and so far, so great. We haven't dropped the frame, which I know we only been on air for 3 seconds. But hey, I'll take it. But let's jump right in. We got a new ranking, but first, before I show that, let's look at here's my top 6. It's looking really good. I really love it right now. I have actually decided who my number 1 team is this year. Because all season long I've been tied, Georgia, Ohio State, Florida State, Michigan, Washington are all tied for first. And then the last couple of weeks I made it into, it's just Washington at 5, the other 4 at first. Now I'm really getting the full story here. Michigan, the true number 1 team right now. Ohio State, true number 2. And then I got Florida State and Michigan tied at 4, Washington at 5, and Oregon at 6. And you can see my top 10 on the side right there. You can see I got Missouri in my top 10, Penn State at 9, and then I still got Texas and Alabama, which the AP and the CFP both agree with me. Well, the CFP agreed with me last week. There's the AP, but let's jump right in. What does the CFP have for us this week? Well, let's look at the top 25. They got Kansas 25. Okay, just keeping them in after that loss. Okay, Tulane still. They might be the highest group of 5. Not only are they the only one. Well, I mean, they are the only group of 5 team. I was going to say something else. Not only are they the highest group of 5 team, they are the only one. That's what I meant to say. They're at 24. And then Oklahoma State still ranked after that embarrassing loss to UCF. Utah hanging in at 22. They got a good win this week. I'll talk about that later on. And then Kansas State at 21, moving up a few spots, improving their Big 12 resume. But yeah, a lot of teams in this picture had big drops. Kansas State with the only one with a woo, yeah, we're climbing up. Yeah, here are the next top 20. North Carolina at 20, Notre Dame at 19, Tennessee at 18, Arizona is at 17. We got a really good matchup this weekend. Arizona versus Utah. Arizona. When was the last time Arizona has been ranked this high? And they're the higher ranked team at home heading to who they're playing this weekend. Yeah. Arizona's looking really good. And then Iowa is at 16. The AP doesn't even have Iowa ranked. They're number 25 in my ranking. What? They went 22-0, and the selection committee is like, yeah, Iowa is number 16. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. LSU's 15, Oklahoma is 14, Ole Miss is 13, Penn State 12, Oregon State is 11. Okay, my question right here is, Oregon State, yeah, their loss is to, I know they have a loss to, I I forgot the 2 teams they lost to, and I just looked it up. I was prepared for this, and I forgot. I should have wrote it down. But how's it possible that Penn State, their only 2 losses is to Michigan and Ohio State, both in the top 4, it's ranked lower than Oregon State, who has 2 losses. Oh, I just remember. One of them is Arizona. Okay, I'll give them that. But I think the other one is Washington State, who believe it lost to California on Saturday. Yeah, can we flip Penn State and Oregon State? Thank you. I wish we could do that. And then the top 10, Texas, Alabama, still at the same spot. Missouri goes up 5 spots to number 9. Missouri is number 9. They're in the top 10. They agree with me. Louisville is at 10. I'll take that. I mean, I think I have Louisville at either 11 or 12 in my ranking. I forgot. We'll see it in just a minute. But yeah, this is shaping up to be a good year in college football. There's going to be some competitive football coming up. And then the top 6, y'all know who it's going to be. Georgia reclaims the number 1 spot. Ohio State slips to 2. They keep Michigan and Florida. Washington and Oregon, all the same. Yeah. So, AP, CFP both have Washington and Oregon at the same spot. I do too. So, we're in agreement with who 5, 6, 7, and 8 are. The question is, I mean, we know that Georgia's number 1. The question is, how are they going to put Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State? Here's my big problem to compare this one to mine. You do know that you're going to have Ohio State and Michigan play back-to-back. Yeah. You after, well, I mean, not back-to-back. I mean, obviously, they're not going to be the Big Ten championship game. But imagine if the Big Ten got rid of divisions this year. They would be playing back-to-back-to-back. And that's one reason why I'll probably flip Florida State and Michigan. Yeah. Let's look at the undefeated teams, as you can also right there. But yeah, well, how would you order these? I mean, clearly Georgia is the number 1 team, no doubt about that. I mean, there are some AP voters that are still putting Michigan at 1. Okay, but yeah, very little were putting Ohio State at 1. But no doubt we already know who the number 1 team is at this moment. Question is, how would you rank them? Rank these 5 undefeated teams. Also, is there any chance that these 1-loss teams could jump in? We got Alabama, Oregon, Texas. What are the odds of any of them not jumping in? Well, I'll say this. Alabama's not going to the playoff. They're eliminated. Yeah. And here's the problem. Because Texas is also 1 loss. If Alabama and Texas both win out, Texas is going in over Alabama. Even though Alabama has had the better second half of their year. Texas hasn't looked impressive since the week before the Red River rivalry. Since Texas' really only good game this year, or most impressive game they've had this year, is against Alabama. And that was an Alabama game that really hasn't looked that great under Nick Saban. And then Oregon. I think Oregon definitely going in over Alabama and Texas. I mean, their only loss is to Washington. Because they missed a field goal that should have won them Washington made a field goal that won the game. I really felt like Oregon was the better team in that game. I think if Washington and Oregon play each other 5 times in a row, Washington wins that game like 3 out of 5 times. I really do believe that Washington had a better second half other season better than Washington has. But yeah, who knows what I know? I'm not a college football expert, but look at my rankings compared to CFP. And I reached my ranking not only before the CFP, before the AP. And I released it like at around midnight on Sunday, early Sunday morning, like around midnight. Yeah, after all the games are over. And yet I do a very good job. I will say this, there is a graphic problem. Yeah, I know that LSU is in that twice. Number 12 is Penn State. Yeah. Number 12 is Penn State. Yeah, the little graphic point. That is not Akron. It is Penn State. Yeah. I didn't feel like remaking that graphic. Fixing that. Because I actually noticed that 10 minutes before I started this show, and I was like, there's no way I can fix that in 10 minutes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Penn State, I mean, Missouri and Penn State, I could say they're both tied for 9 right now. I really have, the only edge I have over Penn State is, well, but only 2 losses again is 2 best teams in the Big Ten. Missouri, yeah, they got that loss to Georgia. I forgot who else Michigan lost to. Let me look that up real quick. Who did Michigan, I think they had 2 losses. I'm pretty sure. It is LSU. Okay, but LSU's not a top 2 team in their conference. So that's another reason why I have Georgia that low. And Missouri, I mean, they gave their heart out to Georgia, but I mean, Georgia's clearly the better team. Louisville, I mean, I got them at 15 in my ranking. They're number 10 in the CFP. Oregon State. Wow. Again, I mean, agree with me, Louisville is better than Oregon State, but they have high respect for those 2 teams. Penn State down to 12. I don't see it. Liberty, how did they not rank Liberty? I know they played nobody, but they're 10-0. At least rank them. Yeah, I know a lot of people would be like, why do you have Liberty at 13? And some people are gonna be laughing at me. It's like, why are you making fun at the CFP at having Iowa all the way up at 16 when you can make the same debate about why you have Liberty all the way up at 13? When Liberty's not even ranked in the CFP, and I just have Iowa at 25. Yeah. I have Arizona at 23. Arizona, they have them all the way up at 17. I knew Arizona was a good team. I knew they were going to be ranked. I didn't know they were going to put them that high. I did not know they were going to do that. And we're in agreement with Tennessee. Utah, I mean, I have more respect for Utah. Oh, yeah, James Madison. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, why isn't James Madison ranked? Actually, now that I look at it, I think I really feel like I should flip James Madison and Liberty. I think that's what I meant to do that. When I did my rankings, I flipped it. I actually think Liberty and James Madison needs to flip in my ranking. But, yeah. The CFP said they are not going to rank James Madison unless the NCAA allows them bowl eligible. That's their only reason. I would love to see where would they put James Madison in their rankings. And then I have more respect for Kansas State over Notre Dame and North Carolina. I mean, those 3 are really close with the CFP. I mean, they're really close in the same area. I don't have OSU ranked. Oklahoma State, they do. They kept them in. I dropped Kansas out. They kept them in. We're in agreement with Tulane. But guess what we had this weekend? Or what results happened this weekend? The SEC Championship game is set for December 2nd, 3 o'clock on CBS. Number 1 Georgia versus number 8 Alabama as of the season ended today. That's a big matchup. Can't wait to see it. I think Alabama can win this game. Yeah, if they play each other 5 times, I can think they can win it 3 out of 5 times. Or actually, I kind of did the same thing with Washington, Oregon. How about they play 10 times? I think Alabama can win it 6 out of 10 times. It'll be close, but I think Alabama will have the edge. And also, Florida State is in the ACC championship game. It either comes down to Louisville, Duke, and North Carolina. I'm siding with, if Louisville wins this weekend, I forgot who Louisville has this weekend, but if they win this weekend, they will be playing Florida State. Looking up real quick, Louisville's football schedule. They got Miami. Yeah, easy win. Yeah. Oh, Duke's totally out of the ACC. It's between Louisville, North Carolina, NC State, Virginia Tech still in the rank. Still got a chance. That's if Louisville doesn't win a game the rest of the season. All Louisville has to do is beat Miami. They're in. If they lose, well, they have to beat Kentucky next week, and they're in. But if they lose to Kentucky, it opens the door for North Carolina, NC State, or Virginia Tech. Wow. How in the world is Virginia Tech still has a chance in the ACC? And I just noticed it says 2020. Yeah. I'll have that fixed for next week. I gotta grab the... Did I really have a 2-year-old... 3 years old logo? I've been using that for 3 years. Okay. Yeah, let's look at some New York 6 Bowl predictions. I made a slight improvement, a slight change compared to last week, but I still have Texas and Washington in the Fiesta Bowl. A lot of people are predicting that the best group of 5 team going to be in that game. Likely either Tulane or James Madison's going to be playing Washington. I would really like to see a Texas and Washington Fiesta Bowl game. And I would love to see a Louisville and Alabama in the Orange Bowl. I think that would set up for a big-time matchup. And I have the group of 5, either James Madison or Tulane against Missouri. That's going to be set up for one crazy matchup. And then Oregon State and... Okay. I just see what I just did. I didn't think this through. Actually change Oregon State to... I know Oregon State deserves a playoff spot, but a New York 6 spot, but yeah, I already got too many Pac-12 teams in it. Yeah, I just noticed that. I think I forgot what ranking Penn State was. Oh yeah, they're 12. Yeah, 12 Penn State. Changing this real quick to Penn State. I can't believe I had 2 conference teams playing each other in the Peach Bowl. Yeah, there you go. It's Penn State now. Yeah. I did originally have Penn State last week. I was like, I feel really confident putting Oregon State in without thinking that they were in the same conference. Okay, yeah. Let's go to the group of 5. Which one of them? Like I already mentioned, it's either going to be James Madison or Tulane. Liberty's in that mix some way, somehow. It's either between Liberty and Tulane if James Madison doesn't get that. These are really the only 3 good group of 5 teams this year. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, and then a quick look at what the 12-team playoff will look like. Yeah. This is actually the same one it was last week. ESPN did not update it because they had college basketball to cover it. But the only change in this one is throw Michigan instead of Penn State. And then put Penn State and Tennessee spot. Alright, move Oregon State down to 13. Penn State goes down to 12. Michigan is up at that 10, playing Texas. Yeah, maybe I should do my a New York 6 Bowl based on this. Yeah, That would be really fun, really cool to do. Maybe that's what I should start doing. Yeah, I would love to see a Missouri and Texas, a Big 8 game. Would love to see that. Oregon, Louisville, that would be a great game. Would love to see that one. Alabama and Ole Miss. Again? Really? You're going to have them play each other again? I may actually flip Ole Miss and Louisville. I would like to see, like, Ole Miss play Oregon and Louisville play Alabama. And then, of course, Michigan plays either James Madison or Tulane or Liberty. Yeah, and then Washington, Ohio State, Florida State, and Georgia gets the bye week for winning their conference championship game. All right, and check out this soundbite that we had in over the weekend. Yeah, this is a really good one.
More congratulations first on the win. To say that this has been a crazy 24 hours for your guys, to win on the road in this environment when there were doubts. Jerome, what does it mean to you?
Well, I thank the Lord. Well, I thank Coach Harbaugh. Love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man. This is for you. For this university, the president, our AD, we got the best players, best university, best alumni in the country. Love you guys. You guys right here. These guys right here, man. These guys did it. These guys did it, man. Talk to him, man. Love you.
Michigan, I feel so sorry for your loss to Jim Harbaugh. RIP 2023. Alright, let's check out. We got some big game. Our game of the week. Number 22, Utah versus 17, Arizona. Ooh. On the Pac-12 network at like 1:30. You're telling me that Arizona is the highest ranked they've ever been in like 10 years. They're at home. They're ranked higher than their conference opponent coming in to their home. Game of the week. And you're telling me that they're going to throw it on the Pac-12 network? You're not even going to do Pac-12 after dark? This should be Pac-12 after dark. This is like an 11:30 game local time. Are you kidding me? Why? Just why? I mean, I don't even get to see this game. Just tell me. Well, why is Arizona and Utah not on national TV? Okay. Well, let's move on to Georgia and Tennessee then. Surely this is going to be on a good network. CBS, see there. They know how to do it. And they know how to put a good game on national TV. Georgia, Tennessee. I mean, I know Tennessee didn't have their best game. I mean, Tennessee's going to be the hype, but hey, we blew out UConn. But UConn is nobody. You got to win the games that matter. You got shut out by Missouri. You got to own it. Guess what? You remember last time Tennessee had a top 5 team in their house? Stormed the field, through the goalpost, in the lake. The same thing Kansas, Oklahoma State did after beating Oklahoma. Yeah. It's gonna be a good one for the Volts fans. Or not. I mean, Georgia has had their best game they've had all year last week. But Washington and Oregon State setting up for a big one. 6:30 ABC. Can they really flip this? I mean, I also want to see this game. This is a big-time game, too. But I want to see that Utah-Arizona game. Come on, man. But, yeah, Washington, playoff hopes are on the line. Oregon State has been known to knock off some really good teams in the Pac-12 this year. But they've also lost some games that they should have won, including Washington State and Arizona. Washington has had some close games this year, but they do have a field goal win over Oregon. This is going to be quite a matchup. And here is your top 6 once again. Will it change? I mean, it's basically cupcake week in college football, especially in the SEC. I mean, Alabama's playing Chattanooga or whatever it is. So, that's that. But, thanks for watching Debatable. Almost over 30 minutes, 25 minutes. I guess I got 5 more minutes to talk, but I'm done. I'm done with this show now. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you all for a big show on American Game Day on Saturday. Thank you all for watching.